This is a list of materials for the web shooter, a water gun, any type, any kind. This is the bulb, we need the pump, syringes, 10 milliliters, this is we need the three-way bulb from medical supply stores. We need the line so you can see it. It's another kind for way, but it's the same. And an industrial atomizer. First we need to disassemble the can. We need only this part. So we will take apart everything with a screwdriver or something, and next we need the part I will show you. There is the pump. Now carefully take it apart. So we don't need. This is the main part. Now we need that tubing there. We must have a little length of this tubing. There is the tubing and the pump. The two-way bulb we won't need it. We need the syringe and the threaded end of the tubing. Disassemble the atomizer. This bottle we don't need it, and we must take this nozzle. You will use a screwdriver to pry this part and here from two sides, here and there, here. I don't see these two points, and we get out the nozzle. I take the nozzle apart and you unscrew the top of the nozzle. You get rid of the trigger. You put all that apart. We only need these two ends. Screw it into place again. These are our main parts of the web shooter: nozzle, pump, tubing, cartridge, and the tubing for the cartridge. Here is nozzle, pump, and trigger. Here is the cartridge. Now we will assemble it. A detail about the three-way bulb. This in specific won't work. because it hasn't the coupling that we need. It is what is the best choice for us. Let me take this out. Here is here we see that the coupling matches with the syringe. This threaded end will make the job for containing the pressure and making hermetic and an hydraulic system. To make the cartridge, you will take your syringe, 10 milliliters, and pull out the inside. We need to cut only the little piston. Now we've got the piston. We need to cut the syringe. I use like the measure of 12. I will show you why. Now we must cut there. Now it's cut 10, like 12. You must put your piston inside. It's important first. I will show you how. Why? Pull it to the end. Why? Because we now put it into the flame to seal the end, and to make a good end. Now we can just roll it a little to make a smooth surface. It's difficult to work with one hand, but you can refill your cartridge only by soaking from this part into a glass of water, and the piston will run from here to there and will fill with water. So this burn we made here will prevent the piston from slip out from the cartridge. Now this is our cartridge. Now the pump will fit in your hand like this. We turn this connection, and this part in here, we need to connect our line to this part. So you must find your own measure from the pump. I will remove this for a moment. That will fit comfortably in your hand. This will be in this tubing, so your cartridge will be in your wrist, and the tubing keeps hold in place without problem. And cut like this length of the tubing. at the tubing, and here I will cut the wrist so the pump can be introduced in this way. To the until the end of the pump, so you can hold through and our cartridge. Now we need this small, we need about 1 centimeter, and from this tubing from the water gun. Now we got our centimeter, and this pump, this part we will spin it a little, and we stick this end to the end, and I will show you the next part is coupling this tubing to the nozzle. Now we will pass this tubing through the pipe. There is. Now we need our nozzle to end in the part of the tubing. I will cut it through this pipe. And there it is. Now we need to put the nozzle into the pipe. Now it's complete. I will put a rubber band to hold it temporarily. This is the main mechanism of the web shooter. It's easy to make, and now I will fill it with water and show you the results. Here is the cartridge, the threaded end of the line, the pump, the pipe that holds with another section of the tubing from the three-way valve, and then up with the nozzle. It will be needed to put hot glue in this part, in the junctions here, in this one and the other junction, and in the end of with the pipe, it's in contact with the nozzle. Need the hot glue because with the pressure by pumping the trigger, it will disassemble the valve, and maybe here. So we need to put hot glue in this part, and in this part, 3 parts, to make a temporal seal. Fill a glass with water and put your cartridge in, and in this part you will make suction like with a straw with your mouth. Now it's done. I filled the cartridge. It's full of water, and if I push, it will empty. But I can suck now in the bottom and refill the cartridge. there is. I submerge the feed line into a glass of water and pump. It's working. Now we need to seal this with hot glue again, and it's complete. Now I've sealed the two sides of the pump to prevent the pump from disassembling, and put hot glue in there. You must adjust your nozzle, and it's complete. There is our cartridge. Our cartridge enters in the threaded end like that, and we must feed the line a little at the first to enter the water into the system. And if I press the trigger, it's working. But now you can use whatever means you want to adjust it to your wrist in a small package like this, and this goes in your hand and you can pump. Something like that. You can be fancy and make bump braces or something. What is the main idea of the internal working of this web shooter? So that's all.